Cantigny #1. This coyote is a 3-year-old male. Once we caught the coyote was in the foothold. We were notified immediately by our Spartan 3G cameras. Once we got to the site, we did see, as we were driving up, we did see another coyote approximately 40 yards across the road.
You're not happy? Stay there, Zendel, so that I can get a clear shot at his tail. You stay there. If you noticed on the camera, these are little new darts, and what they do is they have a powder charge in them. So when the needle hits the animal, the charge goes off and it injects the liquid into the coyote. Putting on a little show for the camera.
This trap is a Minnesota 650. It's laminated on the inside and out, which means there's round wire on the jaw face of the trap. This prevents any sharp edges from touching the animal's foot. What people don't understand is this trap is the exact same trap that researchers across the country use for radio collaring coyotes, and also this is the exact same piece of equipment that fur trappers use to harvest fur. It's very important for people to understand that trappers have been at the forefront in developing traps that are more humane and less stressful on the animal.
Well, this was a perfect pad catch. As you can see, there's no damage to the foot whatsoever. He's in really good shape, and it would make sense. He hasn't been in the set that long, but once again, that's the beauty of having fast response time with the cameras. When you have the cameras on the traps, you know within 30 seconds of the animal being captured. So really important. Just to be safe, I'd like the noose pole on him while we're doing the work. I don't want to take him out of the set until after the noose pole's on him. Not real tight, but tight enough to hold him just in case, because we have to get the collar on him. Okay, there is a little bit of laceration on the paw, but very, very minor. Okay, let's get this work done while he's in a good way. Nose to tip of tail, 48. Top of back to back foot, 22. Front shoulder to front leg would be 22. 3 years old, 3-year-old male. 3211. I can't. That's his. Feels good. Okay, this animal was caught by the right front foot. There does look like there's a little laceration there, very little if any. Here's the left front foot. Look at the two. You will see that the tools that we use are very humane to the animal, so otherwise we couldn't do this. We couldn't have animals running around on 3 legs. If you were to listen to what some of the special interest groups will tell you, they will tell you that every time the animal is caught in a foothold trap, that the animal will chew its foot off. And obviously, for research purposes, these are the exact same tools that they use at the Cook County study, and I know because I'm the one that taught them and trained them to use these tools. So it's important to know, with over 800 animals, around 800 animals that have been captured, none of the animals are running around on 3 legs. So the animals are unharmed. The study is going on its 14th year. So these tools are very, very humane. And actually, without these tools, we would have a very difficult time gathering the information as far as home ranges, mortality, mating, if they mate for life, how many pairs they mate. When we catch females, we would have a difficult time knowing average litter sizes. So these tools are extremely important in the wildlife field for researchers to use. And let's get him in here now, because he's really starting He's really starting to get a little active. Want to loosen that up and take it off. We keep the noose pole on there loosely around the hips just in case this coyote was to come out of the anesthetic. I got it, I'll get it off. There you go. Okay, and what we're gonna do is set him in there. He's already lifting his head. So I'm gonna guess probably 15 to 20 minutes. This coyote will be ready to go. So we're gonna leave him in the cage until the anesthetic wears off enough to where he can safely leave the area. And this is we're within 3 feet of where we caught the animal, so he certainly knows where he's at. We want to give him a little bit of time to sit in that cage, because if for some reason he isn't all the way out of the anesthesia, then he could come out of the cage and possibly break a leg, which we have got this much time and effort into it. We certainly don't want that to happen. So during that time, what we're going to do is we're going to remake the set that caught him. We use the bait anchor set, which again is actually my favorite set. I use that set to avoid a lot of non-targets. And again, we saw this coyote's mate, what we think is the mate, about 50, 75 yards up the road there. Once this was caught, that coyote was hanging around, which usually gives us an indication that it is a mated pair. And by the age of that coyote, it would certainly correspond with what we're thinking. So, I'm gonna reset the old 650 here. And you want to really make that thing as solid as you can possibly make it. I'm gonna tip it up. You can see the pan. There's about a ½ inch of dirt on there. Fresh, dry dirt. And we're gonna try to blend it. And we're gonna put some leaves back on there. There's your remake. You can blow this off a little, move it around. There's a dirt road right there, so the sand is certainly not going to alert them that anything went on here. I can't get it off, hang on. There it goes.